So I'm going to say this. People don't like consistent, intentional people for real. People don't even like consistency for real because they're both an inconvenience, right? But we love a consistent and intentional person because they're willing to inconvenience themselves for us. So we like the benefits of the connection, but not the burden or responsibility of the relationship, and it shows. Truth be told, we live in a very reactive versus proactive society, and also a very selfish, self-centered, and entitled society. Okay? And you see it in how a person is offended that a person is no longer making the effort that they used to in response to their negligence or carelessness, versus valuing the consistency of the effort that's been made up until this point and even reciprocating on it. And you also hear it in the subtext of how people talk about how they handle relationships. I don't owe anyone anything. I don't have to communicate if I don't feel like it. People go through things, etc. So the fact that you are not where I left you when I'm now ready to participate on my terms is an inconvenience to me. It's also offensive because how dare you not be consistent and also allow me to be inconsistent with you? I saw this video recently where this guy was saying how there are certain people who love very deeply, very intentionally, in such a way that it might throw people off because they are exactly who they say that they are from the moment you meet them to the moment the relationship potentially dissipates. They can sustain who they are. And it might throw some people off because a lot of people show up with just their representative. I want you to like me for who I want you to think that I am, or what I can get from this relationship. A lot of people show up with this idea of what can I get from people, not what am I willing to give. And then you meet an intentional person, and you're like, in the beginning, oh man, they're thoughtful, they're consistent, they're caring, they're intentional. And then it becomes a problem because they're thoughtful, they're caring, they're intentional, and they're consistent. So now they start to outlive my representative. And now we got to villainize them, okay? Their expectations are too high. They're too demanding. There's too much pressure on this relationship. I can't be what they need me to be. And the subtext of that is probably I'm inconsistent, I'm inconsiderate, I'm selfish. I probably even betrayed them, okay? And they are still exactly who they say that they are. So they hold up a mirror to me. It's like a person who says they want to run a marathon. And every day you're like, all right, bet. I'm going to call you every day. We're going to go running. Some days they show up. Most days they're canceling, they're flaking, or they conveniently forgot and they don't prioritize, but you were still there, right? So you start to fill in their inconsistencies and their incongruencies. Somebody told me this quote a long time ago. They said, water seeks its own level, which means you will always be in the spaces that match you, for better or for worse. Okay, and if you're consistent, you are going to have that, all right? I've seen trees outlast seasons because they're grounded and they're rooted in what they are. And if you're grounded and rooted in who you are, you will outlast seasonal people.